The moon phases. A journey through the night sky. Hey friends, have you ever looked up at the night sky and noticed that the moon doesn't always look the same? Sometimes it's a big, bright circle, and other times it's just a tiny sliver. This change is called the moon's phases, and it's a fascinating journey that happens every month. Let's dive in and learn all about it. The phases of the moon. There are 8 main phases of the moon. Let's go through each one. 1. New moon. This is the beginning of the moon cycle. During the new moon, the moon is positioned between Earth and the sun. The side of the moon, that is, lit up, is facing away from us, so we can't see it from Earth. The night sky looks dark, and the moon is invisible. 2. Waxing crescent. A few days after the new moon, we start to see a small sliver of the moon. This is called the waxing crescent phase. Waxing means growing, so the lit up part of the moon is getting bigger. The crescent shape looks like a tiny banana in the sky. 3. First quarter. About a week after the new moon, half of the moon is lit up. This is called the first quarter, because the moon is 1/4 of the way through its cycle. The half moon you see is actually called quarter moon, because it's 1/4 of the way around its orbit. 4. Waxing gibbous. After the first quarter, the moon continues to grow, and more than half of it is lit up. This phase is called waxing gibbous. Gibbous means more than half, but less than full. The moon looks like a big glowing football in the sky. 5. Full moon. 2 weeks after the new moon, we see the full moon. The entire face of the moon, that is facing Earth, is lit up by the sun, making it look like a big, bright circle. The full moon is so bright that it can light up the night sky, and you can even see your shadow. 6. Waning gibbous. After the full moon, the lit up part of the moon starts to shrink. This phase is called waning gibbous. Waning means getting smaller. The moon still looks big, but it's starting to lose some of its light. 7. Last quarter. About 3 weeks after the new moon, we're back to seeing half of the moon lit up. This time it's called the last quarter, because the moon is 3/4 of the way through its cycle. The other half of the moon, that was lit up during the first quarter, is now in shadow. 8. Waning crescent. In the final phase, only a small sliver of the moon is lit up again. This is the waning crescent phase. The moon looks like a tiny banana once more, but this time, it's getting smaller and smaller until it disappears, starting the cycle all over again with a new moon. How to observe the moon's phases. Observing the moon is easy and fun. All you need is a clear night sky. You can start by looking at the moon each night and noting its shape. Keep a moon journal and draw what you see. Over a month, you'll notice how the moon changes from new to full and back to new again. You can also use a pair of binoculars or a small telescope to see more details on the moon's surface, like craters and mountains. It's a great way to get a closer look. Why the moon phases matter. The phases of the moon are not just beautiful to look at, they also have practical uses. Farmers have used the moon's phases to help plan planting and harvesting crops. Fishermen have used them to predict tides. And today, scientists study the moon to learn more about our solar system and the universe. And that's the story of the moon's phases. Next time you look up at the night sky, you'll know exactly what's going on with our amazing moon. Keep exploring and keep wondering about the universe around you. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.